As the Trump administration attempts to crack down on illegal immigration, it's created fear in some immigrant communities. We've seen some police departments host community events to spread the word that local officers are not immigration officers. But the expansion of an existing program could turn some local and state agencies into an immigration task force. Let's send it over to Ken now for a closer look.
Typically, enforcing immigration laws is the job of federal authorities, but since 1996, state and local law enforcement agencies have been able to partner with the Department of Homeland Security in order to carry out some immigration duties. This is all done through a voluntary program called 287G. So generally, this is how it all works. If a police department or a sheriff's office enrolls, some officers are trained by ICE to perform certain immigration officer functions within the confines of their jail. These jailers can do things such as detain inmates who are in the country illegally and access ICE's database. Tarrant County is enrolled in the program, and Sheriff Bill Wayburn recently told us that's what happens at his jail. But earlier this month, ICE quietly unveiled a form of the 287G agreement called the Task Force Model. Agencies enrolled in this model will serve as a force multiplier. It'll give trained local and state officers the ability to enforce immigration authorities outside of the jails. Right now in Texas, the Office of the Attorney General is enrolled in this model, as are two counties. We're talking about Goliad, south of San Antonio, and Smith County in the Tyler area. I spoke with sheriffs of both counties this week about what all of this means for their agencies.
With these authorities now, the local law enforcement will be able to detain that person and take them to the local jail for processing for eventual transfer into a ICE facility.
We're not going to profile. We're not going to ask questions unless we have an offense that has occurred, that we're able to show there's an offense that has occurred.
But there are concerns among immigrant advocates about profiling specifically. This task force model was previously in place, but it was discontinued in 2012 after two DOJ investigations found instances of discriminatory policing by two counties enrolled in the program. And then there's a concern that this could worsen the relationship that these agencies have with immigrants in their communities.
That is something that in some places it's used as an excuse. To be quite honest with you, those folks have already broken the law. They're living here illegally. And if we're not going to enforce our immigration laws, then what's the point in having laws?
Neither county has undergone training yet, so it's still unclear when these programs will be up and running. But you can go to cbsnewstexas.com right now to see what other Texas counties are enrolled in the other models of 287G.